Hi. Hello everyone. Welcome again to my channel, The Creative Agile IT. So as part of today's video, I'm going to share a small tip using Jira, how we can slice an epic. So that will be the topic for today's video. So let's get started. So I am sharing my Jira Atlassian cloud instance. So what I am going to do is I'm going to create a new project. So let's click on view all projects and let's click on create project, and we can use this one. It is showing this was last used, so we will say use this template, keep it company managed, and let's call it epic slice. So it has automatically assigned a key. Now we will say create a project, so it is going to create a project on Jira cloud instance. That's one of the free one I have registered. So it's taking time, it is creating the project. So it says Jira project successfully created. So we will close this notification. Now it is asking us, do we want to invite these people? So we are going to skip at this moment. So we will close this dialog as well. So this is our Scrum project because we can see it is mentioning active sprints, and sprints is always part of the Scrum project. Now, what we are going to learn is how we can use Jira to slice Epic into the user stories. So very first thing we are going to do, we are going to create one of the epic. Let's call it as online payments. We will simply create it. It says changes are saved, but work item is not visible. And so it is not visible here, but I mean, we can always find it. We can go to the backlog and we can find our epic here. Okay, we can say show it in the epic panel, and then we can simply go to its key and open it in a new tab. So this is another way of finding the epic. So this is our epic, and let's try to write something. What is this epic about? So I'm going to write in a plain language. Let's say this epic is part of one of the shopping cart for which we want to enable our customers to make online payments and online payments through different modes. So I'm going to say as part of this epic, we are going to implement online payments using Visa debit card and online payments using, let's say, Visa credit card. That is also one of the payment mode. Another payment mode could be online payments using, let's say, wallets, or online payments using uh, net banking. So let's say this is what we want to cover as part of this particular large epic, and I can click on save. So basically, as part of this epic, we want to enable payment using the debit card, using the credit card, using the wallets, as well as using the net banking. So, I mean, whenever we talk about, slicing the epic, the more structured and detailed our epic is in terms of what needs to be done, then only we can slice it. If our epic is vague, it doesn't have enough content or enough details, then I think using the Jira for slicing it will not result into the good set of user stories. So, I mean, it all depends upon, what we want to slice, right? So in order to slice, we need an item, which is like needs to be a good item, good definition. So now let's say this is a good definition of an epic. Like I said, this is online payments and there are 4 ways of paying it. And now we want to slice it into the set of user story. So what we can do is there is something called improve work item on the right side. So we are going to click on this one and we are going to say suggest child work items. So if I click on this suggest child work item, let us see what it does. Okay. So this is what it is saying. It is sharing this suggestion like these could be the child work items, and see these are the stories because it knows that the what we are slicing or the child work items needs to be created for a epic. So by default, it knows like, we have a user stories under an epic. So it is suggesting us the user story. Now it's up to us. If everything looks good, we can say create all. Or if we want like, okay, yes, this user story is what I want under this epic. So I can simply click on this sign. Let's create. If I also think that, this particular implement online payments using Visa credit card is a good one, I can say yes, create. If I say wallets, this is also a good one. If I say implement online payments using net banking, yeah, this is also a good one. We need it. And we also need design unified payment interface, the user interface for multiple payments method. Let's say, I mean, somehow this title we want to edit. So we can do it right here. I mean, okay, this is more like a story and design unified payment. We want it to call it user interface and we say create. Okay, so this has also been created. Similarly, this is a task, integrate payment gateway APIs for all payments method, uh, implement payment success and failure handling. This also can go not as a task, but I mean as a story. So we can say, yes, let's do it. And test online payments flow for all supported method. This will be part of, a subtask for all the story. So we can say that's all that we wanted. So we can just click anywhere else, or we can say, remove this one or remove this one. So this is gone. So now if we see this particular epic that we had, it got sliced and we have the initial information. If I refresh this one, so we can see it contains these child work items. So we have the one of the story, implement online payments using the Visa debit card. We have another story using the credit card. We have another story using the wallets, net banking. We have one like how we can unify a user interface. This can go also as a task. I mean, because whenever we talk about the slicing, we talk about slicing it in a vertical way and implement the payment success and failure handling. This again can go as a story because this is kind of a common thing that needs to be taken care as part of the design. So this is an example, and same thing we can also try by creating a user story and then using it to create the task as well. I mean, if you want to do that, uh, we can also create a simple story and we can call it like, let's say, user login. And if I say create, so this has been created. And if I click on this particular user story, let's say as part of this one, we are saying login into application using username and password. Password must be protected. Password must be of minimum 10 characters, having at least one special character. So let's say this is what the user story's description is. So very first thing we can do is we can change the description. We can say improve description, and it is going to rephrase our description using a user story format. Like it has given the definition, it has given the context, and it has given the acceptance criteria, and we can save it. Other thing we can try is we can again click on improve work item and click on suggest child work items. So let's say what it is doing. So now because this time we are asking it to suggest the child work items for the user story, it is showing us these are the subtasks. So yes, we need implement user authentication endpoint. We need password complexity requirements task. We also need how we are going to secure the password transmission, uh, hash and store password securely. Maybe we do not need this one. Create a user login UI form. Definitely we need this task. Display error message for the invalid login attempts. We need this one. So this is how we have done. And if I refresh this one, so it is going to list our user story and the subtasks. So this is an important feature, but like I said, whenever we're talking about the epic and the story, and whenever we are trying to, break that epic or the story into the child items, uh, the more precise and more detailed our user stories acceptance criteria or epic description is, it will help the Jira AI to suggest the child work items. So that was all about today's video. I hope you guys liked it. And I would request, if you are new to my channel, you are finding some of these videos beneficial to you, please do share and subscribe. That will definitely motivate me to put more such videos. Thank you so much here.